This should feel like an easy moment. The preseason is about to begin, and the roster is stronger. Yet every step forward for New England now comes with something that tightens the chest of this fan base. A goodbye, a challenge, a contract still waiting, and an injury threatening a rookie's future. Patriots Nation, listen closely. Today, we do not have to choose between excitement and fear. We can defend what the Patriots have built without looking away from the risks that could reshape this season and the years ahead. If you carry Foxborough with that same intensity, hit the like button and stay with me. The eve of the preseason brought an arrival and a painful picture. Hassan Haskins signed with the Patriots while Miles Montgomery was waived with an injury designation. It looks like a simple swap at the bottom of the roster. For those players, August changed direction within hours. Haskins arrives at 26 with 44 NFL games behind him and a history that helps explain Mike Vrabel's decision. They were together with the Tennessee Titans, along with Tony Dews and current members of New England's personnel operation. This is not a blind bet. Important people inside the building already know his profile and understand how he can contribute in more than one phase. Michigan had already revealed his toughness. Haskins produced 2,495 yards and 30 touchdowns from scrimmage, earned first-team All-Big Ten honors, and became a fourth-round pick in 2022. That versatility could decide everything. Haskins has 76 carries for 229 yards, 18 catches for 119, 3 touchdowns, and 1 start. He is not the new centerpiece of this backfield. His immediate value shows up in 683 special team snaps, 28 kickoff returns, and 30 tackles. A running back who covers kicks, returns the ball, and enters the offense without shrinking the plan provides valuable flexibility. At 6'2" and 228 pounds, Haskins brings a different body type to a room featuring Ramondre Stevenson, Travion Henderson, Terrell Jennings, Lan Larison, and Jam Miller. He can absorb contact and stabilize the kicking game, often the doorway to a roster spot. Familiarity with Vrabel does not hand him a job. It shortens the time he needs to prove he deserves one. The undrafted rookie arrived in May after Cincinnati and UCF, where he became a captain. He finished college with 1,546 rushing yards and 11 touchdowns. If he clears waivers, the expected path is New England's injured reserve and a lost 2026 season. That is brutal for someone who needed these games to convert potential into a role. I welcome Haskins with respect because depth and special teams win football games. But Montgomery's departure is not cold accounting. Camp asks individual dreams to pay the price for protecting the team. Against the Colts on Thursday, Haskins can begin showing why that painful choice makes this group stronger. While one veteran fights for a place, the man who changed New England's dreams faces a different battle, answering everyone who called his season a fluke. Drake May took the Patriots to the Super Bowl in his second NFL season and first full year as the starter. The labels came anyway. Overrated, carried by the schedule, a one-year wonder. Some people cannot accept that Foxborough found a quarterback capable of returning this franchise to the league's heavyweights. The numbers tear that disrespect apart. May approached 4,400 passing yards, threw 31 touchdowns, and led the NFL with a 72% completion rate. Only 3 quarterbacks had more yards. Just 2 threw more touchdowns. A favorable schedule shapes context, but it cannot make reads, deliver accurate throws, or send a team to the Super Bowl. Otherwise, an easy slate would include a ticket to February. The most exciting detail belongs to the present. Chad Graff of The Athletic observed that May looks more comfortable, commands the offense better, knows the system, and carries more responsibility. That means finding answers before the snap, adjusting protection, and positioning teammates correctly when the game speeds up. After the painful loss to Seattle, carrying what slipped away would be human. May seems to be turning that hurt into work. He does not need to chase Tom Brady's shadow. He needs to expand the game that has already moved beyond the talented but raw prospects seen on draft night. That mindset convinces me most. Do not argue with ghosts. Compete against your limits. Some young quarterbacks stop growing once the league begins decoding them. May is adding answers before opposing defenses finish that job. But Patriots Nation, this is where things get really interesting. The 2025 season may have shown May's competitive floor, not his ceiling. He knows the system now, and he has more control. Critics are waiting for regression. I see a quarterback wounded by defeat and determined to come back more complete. His answer will come when command becomes victories, and he chases the one argument that ends every debate: a ring. Building around a quarterback does not mean watching only the offense. One defender gives the Patriots permission to dream big, yet still waits for recognition of his place in this franchise's future. Christian Gonzalez jumped 56 spots in the player-voted NFL Top 100, climbing from number 84 to number 28. Kevin Byard, third at 61, and A.J. Brown at 80 also made it. Gonzalez, though, was developed at home, and his presence frees the entire secondary. No ranking is perfect science. Popularity and reputation shape every vote. This recognition still matches the field. Despite missing 3 games, Gonzalez allowed a 43.3% completion rate as the primary defender and 4.7 yards per target, the league-leading marks cited in the report. In the AFC Championship game, he intercepted a crucial pass against Denver and helped send New England to the Super Bowl. That is why Ian Rappaport's possibility feels uncomfortable. The Patriots may leave an extension until after this offseason. Gonzalez enters the 4th year of his rookie deal, is scheduled to make roughly $2.5 million in 2026, and had his estimated $18.1 million 5th-year option picked up. New England can wait until 2027. For an organization that claims to reward performance, waiting carries a cost absent from the cap sheet. Every elite cornerback contract can raise the benchmark. Gonzalez and Devin Witherspoon share an agency, and the Seattle defender's negotiation could become Foxborough's reference point. Delaying preserves flexibility today. It could raise tomorrow's price and create a dangerous feeling. A player did everything asked, became essential, and still watched the organization use the calendar as leverage. If that relationship ever deteriorated, there would be no shortage of interested teams. Cornerbacks capable of shrinking half the field rarely reach the market without starting a serious bidding war. I understand front office caution. A massive extension requires protection, smart bonus structure, and a long-term view. But caution and passivity differ. Gonzalez is not an isolated luxury. When he erases the top target, the safeties can change responsibilities, the rush gets more time, and Vrabel can send pressure without exposing the defense. Paying Gonzalez preserves options for the other 10 players. There is a locker room message attached to this too. New England invested to import stars, but a roster grows roots when homegrown talent sees that excellence will be rewarded. Patriots Nation knows the pain of watching great defenders leave. I do not want that wound reopened for savings that could disappear with the market's next contract. Gonzalez remains under contract, has reported to practice, and has not turned negotiations into a spectacle. There is no reason to manufacture a fracture. There is an opportunity to remove doubt before it grows. The number 28 ranking did not create his value. It showed that players across the league already see what Foxborough feels. If the Patriots are building something durable around May, securing Gonzalez is the defensive foundation of that promise. The conversation leaves money and reaches its most delicate place: Jesus' body and everything he is trying to build. A Boston Globe report detailed a large osteochondral defect in the second-round edge rusher's left knee. Sports physician Dr. David Chow compared the issue to Jadeveon Clowney's case and warned that a severe cartilage lesion could compromise long-term joint durability. According to that evaluation, Jacques's grade could have fallen dramatically if teams had fully understood the problem before the draft. Chow went further. Reaching a second NFL contract would represent a major victory given the physical risk. That projection is frightening because it pushes this conversation across the entire career of a young man who has barely started. The present is not empty of hope. After getting onto the field later, Jacques produced flashes that caught local reporters' attention. Patriots on CLNS called his recent promise undeniable and said he had been fantastic. Reports also have him working mainly with the second unit. The honest reading holds both sides together. Explosive talent is appearing, while a medical question remains that nobody responsible can pretend has vanished. Jacques has the raw tools to shake up the front seven. Explosiveness in individual drills does not guarantee production against combination blocks, run reads, and quick releases. Still, every positive rep reveals why New England invested. A young pass rusher who wins with power and acceleration can change third downs and keep the secondary from covering forever. Vrabel's challenge is protecting the man without freezing the player. That could mean controlled workloads, a gradual role, and constant evaluation, although the Patriots have not provided a detailed plan. Patience would not signal weak ambition. It would attempt to extend a career with an exciting ceiling and a vulnerability demanding real care. Every step forward deserves celebration, but excitement cannot be allowed to drown out a medical warning. Foxborough, sound off in the comments. Does this situation leave you feeling more hopeful about what Jacques has shown, or more worried about what that knee could eventually demand? I want to see him hunting quarterbacks. More than that, I want the team to avoid trading this kid's future for August urgency. Fans can carry both emotions at once. That is exactly what makes his story feel so human. Foxborough received 4 reminders today that real belief also demands the courage to face discomfort. Haskins arrives as Montgomery loses his opportunity. May grows beneath the noise of his critics. Gonzalez waits for the recognition he has earned. Jackus battles a threat that never appears on the scoreboard. That is where my defense of the Patriots begins. Celebrate talent, demand protection, and never treat people like disposable pieces. Patriots Nation, tell me what you think. Rank these stories by impact. Backfield depth, May's growth, Gonzalez's contract, or Jackus's health. Post your ranking, subscribe to Patriots Club Fans, and come back tomorrow to live the next chapter with us.